calling me now. And that's the problem that I have with this whole situation. But I am going to save this conversation for Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you're watching. I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this.
So we just fought it. Like, it was never to chase anyone or make anyone feel like, we just trying to come up with a plan to take your money. I don't want your money. That's not what I'm here for. I'm really here to just find the truth out. And it seemed like that was just so hard to do in these courts. Like, these courts are not here.
Jay-Z's alleged secret son, Ramir Satterwhite, isn't just claiming paternity. He's dropping accusations that could shatter the Carter empire. He says Beyoncé's been part of a decade-long cover-up, claiming her kids might not even be Jay-Z's, hinting that some could be Diddy's. Their whole marriage? He calls it a calculated business move. This isn't wild gossip. It's all tied to court documents stamped November 25th, 2024, when Ramir's lawsuit demanded a DNA test and accused Jay-Z's lawyers of fraud, wrongful sanctions, and blocking justice. This case is a legal bomb thrown straight into one of the most controlled celebrity empires ever, and the fallout's getting ugly fast. Ramir's not new to this fight. He's been chasing the truth since 2018, begging Jay-Z to acknowledge him. The only response he got? Silence. And that cold lyric, "The kid ain't mine." That wasn't just a bar. It was a public dismissal, signaling that this drama would play out for everyone to see. Court filings from November paint a messy picture. Sealed files, missing records, and even judges accused of twisting facts. They call it obstruction, legal code for someone bending the system until it breaks. Ramir, now 31, swears it's not about fame or money. He just wants what his mother, Wanda, fought for until her death in 2019. Proof. Wanda's affidavits claimed Jay-Z fathered Ramir after a brief 1992 encounter when she was only 16.
Basically, my mom was at a show and she was with a friend. And I guess her and her friend stayed to, after the show, he was doing little signings and little autographs and stuff like that. I guess he wasn't too big, but I guess females, when the show's over, you can sign little autographs and stuff like that, talk to the people who perform. She said she went up there.
A lot of potential. Jay was more quiet. But I mean, I learned that Jay was being quiet because he was taking notes. He was taking notes, observing everything, taking it all in, because, sometimes you're around and you're watching to see things to do. But some people are around.
That detail alone made reporters gasp, and it's exactly why every legal move Jay's team makes is being dissected. The first major spark came in 2016, when Wanda's affidavit surfaced in court. She said she met Jay-Z in '92, and by mid-'93, Ramir was born. She'd also been dating her high school sweetheart, Robert Graves, but in 2010, she pushed for DNA tests from both men. Graves took his. He wasn't the father. That should have ended it, right? Instead, things spun into chaos, and the mystery around Jay-Z's alleged son only deepened. The first court battle kicked off in Pennsylvania, where the law says paternity must be settled before a child turns 18. By the time Ramir's case hit Camden County, New Jersey in 2012, he was already grown, and the judge tossed it on a technicality. Too late, wrong state, come back better prepared. That should have been the end, but Jay-Z's lawyers weren't done. They argued he couldn't be forced to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he didn't own property there. Seemed airtight, until reporters uncovered public records linking Jay-Z to luxury homes in Alpine and Newport, New Jersey. Busted. Jay-Z's attorney later misspoke, legal talk, for we got caught. And if they lied about something that easy to verify, people are wondering what else they've been hiding. Meanwhile, his legal team's been flipping like gymnasts, painting Ramir and his godmother, Lily Coley, as obsessed troublemakers. Their filings sound angry, calling the duo relentless and deserving of contempt. But if Jay-Z's side was really that confident, why keep dodging the DNA test? Why all the sealed files, shifting stories, and mystery over where he actually owns homes? Those moves don't scream innocence, they look like strategy. And now that the case is heading into federal court, this isn't just one man's fight anymore. The entire Carter family image, built over decades of fame, business, and luxury, is on the edge. Jay-Z's not just a rapper. He's a billionaire brand, a symbol of power and precision. But right now, that image of control is slipping, one court filing at a time. The real earthquake isn't in the courtroom. It's in the whispers shaking Hollywood right now. Ramir's not just calling out Jay-Z as an absent father. He's dragging Beyoncé into the storm too.
Remember Diddy and Jay, inseparable at the party. They just probably best friends. They probably both grew up in New York. They're New Yorkers. I don't know their relationship. I don't know what business they got going on, but they are really close with one another. Jay-Z's also been linked or connected in doing business with him. Now, Jay-Z has also been tied to Diddy through rumors and longtime allegations and conspiracies. We've all seen them online, like the one that claims Jay-Z allegedly cheated on Beyoncé with Kathy.
Jay-Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You gotta imagine, the feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your whooped.
According to alleged insiders from both camps, Beyoncé's known about Ramir for years. They claim she's not the clueless wife fans imagine. She's a strategist, building her empire not just on talent, but on the illusion of a perfect family. The marriage, they say, is the ultimate armor, a PR move designed to make both of their brands untouchable to the press, sponsors, and billion-dollar deals. But that's not where it stops. Sources allege Beyoncé's private life is way more complicated than her picture-perfect Instagram posts. The whispers say her romantic history includes secret flings with men and women, names unconfirmed, but the gossip alone has been enough to rattle the industry. The most explosive claim, that one or more of her children might not be Jay-Z's, but Diddy's. That's not your average rumor. It's the kind of claim that could rewrite celebrity history. Now, there's no verified birth record, hospital document, or DNA proof saying Jay-Z isn't the father. But that's the thing. Proof doesn't fuel the fire. Plausibility does. And when it comes to image control, even a shadow of doubt can corrode a billion-dollar brand. Alleged insiders warn that Beyoncé's empire isn't built on talent alone. It's built on the illusion of perfection. And if that illusion cracks, the whole empire could crumble. These rumors refuse to die because they all trace back to the same circle of powerful names: Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Diddy. Their friendship, their rivalry, their fortunes, they've risen together, collided together, and now might fall together. With Diddy's name already tangled in scandal after scandal, the world isn't just asking who was at the party. It's asking who was in on the truth. It's no longer about who said what. It's about who knew what, and when, and how much that silence is worth. Behind closed doors, insiders are already plotting what comes next. If Beyoncé and Jay-Z's marriage gets exposed as a business deal, complete with outside partners and questions about their kids' paternity, it won't just shake the music industry. It could wreck 2 decades of branding, crush careers, and trigger lawsuits from every direction. The fallout would be massive. Endorsements gone, fans divided, reputations shattered. And now, new faces keep stepping out of the shadows. Just months before Ramir's November case, another name dropped: Letha Masser, now 28, claiming she's Jay-Z's daughter from the early 90s. Her own aunt even posted online that she was the one who hooked your mother and father up. Letha says Jay-Z secretly supports her, pays her bills, even bought her a house, but demands silence in return. None of these claims have ever been proven in court, but the pattern is loud and consistent. Each new story chips away at Jay-Z's image. Denials don't kill the rumors anymore, they just make them evolve. Jay-Z's response? Stay cool, stay silent, and talk about it only through cryptic lyrics and interviews about greedy people chasing clout. But Ramir and his supporters keep saying the same thing. If the kid ain't mine, then take the test and end it. Yet, years later, no DNA proof. And every day he stays silent. The noise grows louder, the internet theories go wilder, and the stakes rise higher. Then there's Beyoncé. Her silence cuts even deeper. She's famous for control. Every look, every photo, every move perfectly crafted. But now that same discipline looks like damage control. Insiders whisper about NDAS, hidden deals, and behind-the-scenes arrangements meant to keep everything quiet. Her silence once made her untouchable, but now it's starting to make people ask, what exactly is she hiding?
How much do I love this artist right
Oh,
here?
love Beyonce. Down.
Down. Like, what? Everything about her. I've been to every concert. I bought every album. I've been to every concert multiple times. Every special she's done, I've watched it. Every interview, every performance. Love. I was there at Coachella. I love Beyonce. But Diddy parties and Diddy After Dark are two different things. I want to go on record of saying I never saw Jay-Z at a Diddy After Dark party. Then again, I wasn't there. So I don't know who was there. But I know that I saw Jay-Z at the Diddy party.
No, this part is not alleged. Jay-Z and his team, they have been ducking and dodging, taking the DNA.
The buzz now isn't just about secret kids or side affairs. It's about how much of the Carter empire is built on airtight secrecy and signed silence. Who really controls the kingdom? That's the question haunting every headline. Forget the next paternity suit or which judge takes the case. The real storm will hit if those sealed records ever get unsealed. Imagine the DNA results coming out and the perfect image shattering overnight. Would fans still pack stadiums for world tours? Would people still line up for Ivy Park drops if the whole family brand turned out to be a carefully staged illusion? And what about the sponsors? The billion-dollar corporations who built campaigns around the power couple image. Would they stick around if that power couple was revealed to be a power contract instead? Then there's Diddy, already battling his own scandals. If the spotlight keeps heating up, would he still protect his friends' secrets or finally spill what he knows? There's one haunting question no one dares say out loud. If Jay-Z isn't the father of all Beyoncé's kids, then who is? And what happens when that DNA test finally hits daylight? Outside the latest federal hearing, reporters are circling like vultures, asking whether Jay-Z's team will keep delaying or finally face the test that could end it all, or start something even bigger. One result could either clear his name or ignite a scandal powerful enough to burn down a dynasty.
I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak-off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their...
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men.
And very, very honored that I got the response and the open heart, and people welcomed the album. The love I got from the country community tonight really made me feel so seen, and I'm very grateful.
How do you know I'm not a gangster or used to be a gangster? I've been in the music industry for 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, the industry's filled with gangsters.
Still. And then you have celebrities like a Jay-Z. And this is where I think the whole fallout with the Beyoncé, she's just kind of in the crosshairs because of all of what's going on in the media with respect to Jay-Z and stuff. But with Jay, you know, when he complained at the Grammys about the Grammys not giving Beyonce Artist of the Year, when she's the most decorated Grammy-winning artist ever, we invited him to be honored at our award show.
Behind the scenes, whispers of new testimony, fresh subpoenas, and surprise witnesses are swirling fast. Insiders say the coming weeks won't just expose personal secrets. They could unravel a whole network of power moves within the music industry itself. And as the noise gets louder, one thing's clear: business as usual is over. The DNA test isn't just about Ramir anymore. It's about Beyoncé's entire legacy. We're not looking at a simple paternity case anymore. This is a full-scale legal war aimed straight at everything the Carters have built. Ramir isn't just asking for a DNA test. He's suing for damages, claiming years of emotional distress and public humiliation. And if what he's alleging sticks, Jay-Z's entire legal team could lose every ounce of credibility they've got. The November 2024 filing hits like a hammer, accusing Jay-Z's attorneys of straight-up fraud to dodge the DNA test. Ramir's godmother, Lily Coley, isn't staying silent either. She's gone public, saying Jay-Z's side has pulled every dirty trick possible to bury the truth. And that's the question haunting everyone. If the truth is harmless, why fight this hard to hide it? On the surface, it's just about paternity, but underneath, it's about the billion-dollar image of Black excellence that the Carters have built. Beyoncé's story, from Lemonade's heartbreak to the glittering Renaissance era, has always sold unity, power, and resilience. That image didn't just sell records, it sold out arenas, boosted brands, and turned her into a global symbol of perfection. But symbols can't survive cracks. Insiders whisper that Beyoncé's empire isn't just built on her voice, it's built on the illusion of a flawless marriage. If that image turns out to be smoke and mirrors, the fallout could be catastrophic. Behind closed doors, there's real fear that one leak, one proven fraud, could topple an empire. It's not just her career on the line, it's the money of every brand, every investor, every partner tied to her clean, controlled image. The stakes go far beyond music. From film deals to fashion collabs, every dollar linked to the Carter name depends on the illusion of love and power staying intact. They didn't just build a marriage, they built the most profitable love story on earth. And if that story falls apart, the entire empire could collapse with it. When courtrooms turn into war zones and Beyoncé's name starts getting paired with words like fraud, that billion-dollar shine fades fast. This is the kind of PR nightmare that keeps even the toughest image fixers up at night. Just when it seems the story can't go any further, Ramir's lawsuit throws another grenade into the mix. It's no longer just about whether Jay-Z fathered a child, it's about the Diddy connection, and it's pure tabloid dynamite. Ramir's hints, now echoed by alleged insiders and court filings, suggest that some of Beyoncé's children might be Diddy's, not Jay-Z's. That's a connection the Carter camp won't even whisper about, especially while Diddy is drowning in lawsuits that sound like full-blown scandal scripts. The implication is radioactive. If Beyoncé has any connection to Diddy beyond music, it doesn't just taint her image. It flips the whole Carter brand upside down. Every perfect family magazine cover, every soft-spoken interview suddenly looks staged, scripted, fake, and the timing couldn't be worse. Diddy isn't just a mogul anymore. He's a man under fire, surrounded by accusations that have the entire industry holding its breath. With Jay-Z and Diddy's names tied together for decades, business deals, collabs, private meetings, luxury parties, the idea of their scandals intertwining is enough to shake the culture to its core. These rumors aren't just idle talk, they're industry tremors, and if they keep spreading, they could turn into an earthquake that swallows both empires whole. These latest twists could put Beyoncé, the so-called unshakable queen, right in the very headlines she's spent her whole career dodging. And that's exactly why the silence from both camps feels deafening. Jay-Z's legal team keeps calling Ramir's crusade a cash grab, a decades-long obsession, nothing more than a nuisance. But every delay, every dodged question, every sealed file, it's starting to look less like confidence and more like panic. Here's what sticks out. Through all these years of lawsuits, affidavits, and sealed court documents, Jay-Z has never once stood up in court, sworn under oath, and said, "I'm not the father." Not once. The closest he's come is that cold lyric, "The kid ain't mine." Good for a verse, but worthless in front of a judge. And that silence keeps fans wondering. Why not just take the test and end it? Meanwhile, Beyoncé's camp is on lockdown. No statements, no denials, not even the classic "we don't comment on personal matters." The only thing leaking are whispers from insiders and ex-staffers all saying the same thing. She's scared. Scared of what a real DNA test might reveal, not just about Jay-Z and Ramir, but about her own family timeline. The timing, the stories, the inconsistencies, it's all under the microscope now. And people are starting to notice that the Carters' legendary media control, their iron grip on every narrative, is slipping. For the first time in years, it feels like the perfect image might be cracking. And what's behind it could change everything. As the lawyers keep circling like sharks, the questions just get sharper. If Ramir's claims against Jay-Z are true, and the court finally forces that DNA test, what does that mean for Beyoncé's family? If the most perfect marriage in entertainment turns out to be a business deal, who really takes the fall? Jay-Z, Beyoncé, or the billion-dollar brands built on their supposed love story? Each new court leak fans the flames higher, and it's happening in a year already full of collapsing celebrity images, A-list divorces, federal investigations, and once untouchable stars losing everything overnight. But this one hits different. It's not about the past. It's happening right now under the brightest spotlight either of them has ever faced. And no PR stunt, charity event, or photo op can make this kind of scandal disappear. The bigger picture is terrifying for the industry. If Jay-Z's empire falls over a paternity case and a cover-up, it could spark a chain reaction across music, film, and fashion. Because if one of the most calculated brands in entertainment crumbles, how many others, built on illusion, might fall next? Behind the scenes, everyone's nervous. From record execs to global sponsors, watching and waiting for the next shoe to drop. They're bracing for fallout on a scale the industry hasn't seen since its last big reckoning. But the courtroom isn't the only battlefield anymore. There's a war for the narrative raging across social media, podcasts, and late-night talk shows. Every post, every headline, every whisper adds another twist to the story. And Beyoncé's famous silence, the weapon that once made her untouchable, is starting to look like a weakness. The longer she stays quiet, the louder the rumors grow. And this time, silence might just cost her the throne. The power of being untouchable only lasts until people start asking what you're really hiding. Now, every cryptic Instagram caption and every perfectly staged Carter family photo is being picked apart for clues. Fans who once worshipped Queen Bey without question are beginning to wonder, how much of this was ever real? And as for Jay-Z, he may have written the book on the celebrity pivot, but even he can't outrun the truth forever. There's an old PR rule. If you don't tell your story, someone else will. Right now, that someone else is Ramir and his legal team, and the Carters have left the field wide open for them to define the narrative. The longer they stall, the more control they lose. We've seen what happens when hidden truths come to light, careers burn out, fortunes vanish, and the same fans who once cheered start turning into critics overnight. And hanging over it all like a storm cloud is that one question, the DNA test. If it ever happens, it won't just reveal who Ramir's father is. It could expose who Beyoncé really is and whether the greatest love story in music was ever real at all. So what do you think? Will the Carters finally face the truth, or will their empire, built on secrecy, strategy, and spectacle, be the next one to crumble? Drop your thoughts below, share your take, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the channel. Because in a world where nothing is ever what it seems, the next headline might just rewrite everything. Rewrite everything.